What's up, guys? It's Headshot Coasters, and today I'll be doing the next coaster for Six Flags Great Adventure. It's by me. Before we get into it, I am outside, and you might hear a car or two go by. And there's a bunch of critters chirping, buzzing, and I don't know, all that stuff. I also heard some fireworks a few minutes ago, so I haven't heard them in a little bit, but if they go off, just But I am outside. It's nice out, so yeah. So here are some of the park stats. It opened in 1974, making it 45 years old, or 46. 46. The park has 13 roller coasters. A few of them are great, a few of them are okay, the rest of them are blah. The park has been owned by Six Flags since 1977. It covers 510 acres of land, which is the second largest in the world. The main park itself only covers 262 acres or something, but the rest of it covers it's a whole animal safari thing, so that covers a lot of land, and it's second largest if you're wondering. Animal Kingdom's ahead of that, and it's in Jackson, New Jersey, which is in between New York City and Philadelphia. Now, the last 5 coasters in 2020, they got the Jersey Devil, the single rail coaster. They're getting it. It's pretty good. 2016, they got the Joker, the 4D coaster. Never has a longer than a 20-minute wait, I think. 2011, they got the widely hated stand-up coaster, Green Lantern. In 2006, they got El Toro, the Intamin prefab coaster. And in 2005, they got King the Cod, the world's tallest coaster. So, overall, most of them were pretty good. Green Lantern, maybe not. And then Joker, it's okay. Now, the park's current coasters, they have a Strata coaster, an Intamin prefab coaster, an RMC Raptor. They've got 5 B&Ms, so they got a B&M Hyper, a B&M Invert, a B&M stand-up coaster, a B&M Floors coaster, and a B&M flying coaster. Woo! They got a 4D coaster, like I mentioned, an Aero Mine Train, a family coaster, and 2 indoor coasters. And so I think Great Adventure's next coaster will be, I'm saying a 25% chance of a Mack Power Splash. Some of the pros, they take up a small amount of space. They aren't that big. People like getting splashed. It gets hot in the summer, so yeah, gets wet. And the last few coasters were high frills. The last 5 were really, Jersey Devil, Airtime Machine. Stand-up coaster is pretty intense. The 4th Dimension coaster we're flipping around. And then, El Toro is pretty, it has a long way up. And, King Cod's the world's tallest coaster, fast launch, stuff like that. So, some of the cons, the ride can only operate for a few months a year. The park is closed from, January, the end of December to, early April. And plus, it isn't warm throughout the year, so I feel like the ride could only be open from early mid-May to mid-September. Yeah. Also, the ride can have low capacity rates in the summer. With the ride, I don't know. It's without the turntable, it's gonna be long waits with getting dispatched and waiting for the ride to go. So yeah. One train hops. And the park already has 2 underwater rides, a log flume and a raging river ride. They're kind of outdated, so this could either be a pro or a con, but I need an extra con, so yeah. 30% chance of B&M Wing Coaster. I know Six Flags hasn't worked with B&M in a while, but let me explain. Some of the pros, the wing coasters in the U.S. are mainly in the Midwest, except for Valleywood, which is in the South. Wildly cool. And wing coasters tend to be crowd pleasers, like Thunderhead at Holiday Park and Wild Eagle at Dollywood are the crowd favorites. Everyone loves them. They always have the longest line to the park. And X-Flight at Six Flags Great America, that opened up in 2012, and that was the only wing coaster Six Flags built with B&M, but people have liked it. That tends to get, hour-long lines and stuff. Also, this could be a cool entrance coaster. Gatekeeper goes over the entrance at Cedar Point, so I know that'd be kind of copying Cedar Point, but I think it'd actually be really cool, having that cool visual effect. Some of the cons, the park already has 5 B&Ms. Like I said, this isn't really a pro or a con, but 5 B&Ms is a lot of B&Ms, and a 6th one, it wouldn't be a problem, just interesting. Another thing is they take up a lot of space. Let's just say this was an entrance coaster. You would definitely have to remove the go-karts in the area, and, they got the pendulum ride, recently. I mean, they probably don't want to relocate that already. So, like, that's one of the main pros, or cons. And also, ka-ching. These are not cheap. B&M coasters don't tend to be cheap, regardless of model. So, yeah. It's a, issue. So, let's go off to the final coaster. I'm saying a 45% chance of a Gerstlauer family coaster. Some of the pros, the park only has one launch coaster. I believe. If there's two, I'm sorry, I must have not been paying attention, but King the Ka, they have nice, long, windy way out, they can, like, have a few thousand feet of track, like, and have these nice, like, pacing's decent, stuff like that. And also, the amount of space they take up is small. I'll show you that in a sec, but yeah. Now, some of the cons, Six Flags hasn't worked with Gerstlauer in years. Yeah. The park already has a lot of family coasters. Like I said, you got the free family coasters, which is a pretty big number. I mean, Magic Mountain has 4 kiddie coasters and, like, 2 family coasters, but still, that's a pretty high number. And also, launch coasters can break down every now and then. I know this isn't a high. Let's just say this has a launch, because most Gerstlauer family coasters do have launches. This would be, this would have to probably have some downtime every now and then. Like, most launch coasters always do. I mean, Top Road racks are easily, but, like, even if there's the size, like, it doesn't matter the size. Sure, it'll have less downtime, but it'll still have downtime. So, yeah. So, land plots. Yes, I made them. So, if you look on the left, this is for the family coaster, like, because I really think this should happen. If you look at Polygon 1, it's the launch coaster at Dollywood, the Fire Chaser Express, I believe it's called. And I don't know if you can, you can zoom in, but that, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it takes up 1,240 feet of, like, square feet, okay? Or 2.20 acres. Now, if you look at Polygon number 2, this is at Great Adventure. This takes up 1,236 feet. That's 4 less. And this, now, to keep this in mind, this has a backward section, like, so that's a whole different track layout. So basically, you could just have, like, one circuit coaster here, and 4 square feet less. And this costs $15 million, and Max Force costs $15 million. So easily, if you had a smaller layout, you could definitely have, like, a $13 million, $12 million coaster here. And people would like it, you could have a launch and a lift hill, maybe a backward section, or just 2 launches or a lift hill, stuff like that, And, I can't really see, but in the plot of land, you would only have to remove one restaurant, and I believe maybe, like, the teacups or something. I'm not 100% sure, but I mean, you could probably relocate that somewhere else in the park. And I mean, there's a pathway that goes in the middle of it. People do roller coasters over pathways all the time, so I see that could easily work out. Or, like, there's still a pathway that eventually just meets up there, or just reconfigure the pathway, stuff like that. And actually, in Polygon 2, that would be a good place for a water coaster, too. So, just say. So, what year would this happen? I think this might happen as early as 2023, because Six Flags is starting to invest a little more into the park. They've been getting some world's first attractions and some bigger attractions. Jersey Devil, that's a big project, kind of. And, like, the park does need a new original coaster. Jersey Devil, it's kind of original, but, like, still a model that has been made before. And it doesn't even have to be, like, original. It just needs to have a cool, funky layout, stuff like that. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Please click like, subscribe, comment down below. This video's been a little longer. It actually took me more time than the rest of the other ones to make. So, like I said, subscribe. I know you people are watching, and you aren't subscribing, and you guys don't seem to be hating them. So, just, hit that subscribe button. That would make me feel good. Because, I was originally going to vlog, but that messed me up. So, yeah, just really hit that subscribe button, and if you guys do, I'll stop it with this feel. So, yeah, thanks. Bye.